pick up my melody, I go. My melody, I go. I gotta wait for you. I gotta wait for your call.
Hello guys, and welcome back to my channel. It's Palumi. You can call me Lulu, you can call me Lumi, you can call me Mimi, you can call me whatever you want to. If you're new here, just hit the subscribe button down below and join my family because we're all fun here, okay? And we all like me. I thought I'd come to you guys with something a little bit different. In terms of medicine, you guys can tell that I'm what you call an academic, right? And there's this sort of tension, this sort of conflict between academics and creatives, and there's this whole unspoken rule that an academic can't be a creative and a creative can't be an academic. But I am a creative person. I have been into the arts for as long as I can remember. Music, drama, drawing, anything, whatever you can name it, I've been into it. So long story short, I'm here to give you guys a sketchbook tour. Now this is one of my old sketchbooks. I don't really want to say old, it was actually gifted to me at a awards evening. Can you guess what awards evening it was? Yes, it was an arts awards evening. So it was gifted to me with a watercolor set as well at an arts awards evening, and I really only started drawing in it and sketching in it for about a year and a bit. So I'm only about halfway through my sketchbook. This is a mid sketchbook tour. Guys, this is my sketchbook. I'm sure you guys were expecting something like awesome drawn on the front of it. It's just very simple. I really didn't actually want to put these stickers on here, but I was clearing up and I was like, I don't want these stickers to go to waste, so I just put them there. Otherwise I really would have just had this as a plain sketchbook. So I'm just going to present it to you. Like, I don't know what these numbers are. I have no idea what these numbers are, but I guess they were important for a while. And this is the first piece in my sketchbook. There we go. So this is the first piece in my sketchbook. Nothing much I can say about it apart from the fact that I was just experimenting with the watercolors and just doing some random sketches, seeing how I can bring shape and shadow, create textures. And you guys will see a lot of that in my art. So I did tend to play around with a lot of floral techniques. These are just some little sketches. I hate drawing faces, that's why my mannequins don't have faces or like eyes, nose or lips. I detest them. Hate drawing hands, that's why their arms cut off at like the elbows. But this is what I practiced really in the first part of my sketchbook, seeing how I can create tone to make things look just a little bit more realistic and less cartoony. This is a East Asian inspired piece. Obviously you can see with the blossom tree and the neckline, which is reminiscent of an alzai. So I just love playing around with sketching, actually just playing around, and I was like, hey, why don't I draw some like waves? Why not draw some waves? And I thought it came out really nicely. The sleeves of this particular piece, actually, I love the sleeves, and that's really what inspired me to draw the waves, because it just gave me this feeling of something flowy. What else is flowy in nature? And I was like, huh, waves are flowy in nature, so I did that. This is just a random sketch. My mom asked me to sketch something, so I did. This, I really drew inspiration from a lot of South Asian attire. Basically took what the lehenga skirt looks like and I wanted to make it a bit more covered up and a bit more modern, so I came up with something that looks like this. This is basically just like an outer coat, and the lehenga skirt would obviously still be underneath. I probably will develop this sketch another time, but as you can see, these are how I develop my ideas and I just get them down. Here you can see the influence. As I said, you can see the draping, which is typical of a sari. I also attempted to make some applique textures on here. I think I do want to practice a little bit more of that. So obviously I still have a ways to go, but I do love just getting my ideas down and developing them. This next part, if you guys were on Freeview as children. If you guys watch Winx Club, you will know who this character is. This is a really sort of old drawing of mine. I actually drew this when I didn't have a sketchbook, and I decided to cut it out and stick it in here because I loved it so much. I drew it with a normal notebook, as you can see, and this is one of the pixies. I believe this was Bloom's pixie from Winx Club. So yeah, really love this. This is actually one of my favorite drawings ever. The next series is what I started most recently. I started going through this phase of just looking at cartoons that I used to watch, and I was like, hey, Danny Phantoms. This is a replication of a cartoon. Just see how I can replicate different styles, see what suits me the most. I'm not the most steady-handed person when it comes to drawing. As you guys can probably see, I prefer sketching a lot more, just because I guess that's how I grew up, learning how to put things to paper. So I do tend to move my hand quite a bit when I'm drawing, and I found this these next few pieces kind of difficult because they're all literally straight line pieces, and they're just, you make the line or you fail. So yeah, and then this piece I actually literally just drew last week. I actually missed out her ponytail, so I have to add that in. But yeah, I don't think I'm gonna go in with some color. I think I prefer my sketches just looking plain for now anyways. This is Candice and Jeremy. I just felt so sorry for her all the time, and I was like, yeah, she deserves to be in my sketchbook, so why not? And Jeremy is such a sim, I just had to. So there they are, the two lovebirds. She's probably like, oh my gosh, Jeremy, why do you like me? These are some random sketches. I just came up with some ideas. I think I was thinking of the royal wedding and hats, and I was like, oh my gosh, hats are so over the top. So I thought of a simple motif, and I was like, you know what, I want things that like spring out. So I do love the whole elaborate look, and I was like, you know what, let's just have that singular motif. I probably should have drawn it here so it can be easy to recognize and understand what my sketches are following off of. And I was like, how can I translate that into different pieces? So that was what I came up with. I also have some annotations. Textiles GCSE taught me well to add annotations to my sketches. I just get a bit lazy because I'm like, this is my sketchbook, I'll get it, I understand what's going on. If I was to make a collection and they were supposed to be based around like a simple motif, what would they be? So that's why they look kind of similar. This is just in the preliminary stages of me thinking about collections. So I was just thinking about how designers come up with these collections and they look so different yet so similar at the same time. So I was really trying to develop that and think about how I can, you know, translate that into my sketchbook. So those are my initial stages of doing that. I have some elegant evening wear. I think I was trying out new body templates because I tend to just sketch the same position, which is just front on. You know what, let me try some other templates so that maybe it could accent some pieces, showcase some great things about my designs. This is a little self-portrait that I started when I finished my A-levels actually. So I don't know if I'll probably put up the picture around here, the picture that I used to transcribe it. I feel like a bit more shade needs to go into it. Obviously this is incomplete, but for now I really like this. This is probably one of my most inspiring pieces for me personally, because I never really class myself much as an artist, more as someone who sketches and more someone who dabbles. And I was really pleased with the outcome of this because, you know, people looked at it and thought, oh my gosh, this is you. And I was like, you can actually see that it's me. So let me know down below if you actually think that it looks like me or if it looks like some random person. This is probably the first artistic piece that I've been able to get straight from my mind onto paper. So this is this piece. I was aiming for like an elfin sort of alien sort of woman. I am really glad that I got what I wanted. She looks kind of scary, doesn't she? She looks kind of freaky. This is not complete, but as you guys probably already know, none of my sketches will ever be complete. It's a sketchbook for a reason, and this is my first personal sketchbook, so yeah, cut me some slack please. This is not part of my sketchbook, and I actually did this. This is my first personal acrylic painting. This was done quickly, don't judge me, but I really do like this as a first piece to work on. I got to play around with colors and layering. I got to understand how acrylics work. Obviously here you can see a lot of indecision. Do you have a lot of indecision when I am painting or doing anything in general? I'm very indecisive. Doing this and practicing my art and just my painting, that really helps me with making decisions. Yeah, here this is just some sketches. This is just some face studies that I try to do from my mind, and these are some more sketches. These are very simple dresses that I was just really keen to put to paper. And then I have another sketch. Here I have another 2 sketches. So as you can see, I do love women's wear and I do love sketching dresses. I'm trying to be better. I am trying to widen my range and my portfolio. So give me some time. Maybe when I give you the second half of the sketchbook tour, I will be much better. Cross fingers. I decided to pick up my watercolors again, and this is so pretty. I wanted to get at least all of the colors in there. Obviously, as you can see, I still try to work on my texture. This is the last sketch that I made. It's very simple, very quick. I did this in literally under 5 minutes. Oh, this is in the back of my sketchbook. Say is my favorite page of my sketchbook. I did a little eye study. A lot of my friends on Snapchat can find their eyes in here. I wanted to get better with my shading, how I translated tone, and yeah, this is what this page looks like. I probably should have mentioned beforehand that all of my sketches are done in pencil. This is what I came up with. This is my favorite page, really. If you're one of the people who sent me your eyes, tell me if you can find your eyes. If you're also someone who's an academic trying to incorporate their creativity into their lives, I want to fully support you. Don't need to do one or the other. You can certainly have a balance of them both. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Make sure you like, comment and subscribe. Don't forget to turn on your post notifications and comment down your favorite page. Use the timestamps. Tell me what your favorite was. Tell me what you'd like to see from me, and you know, if you want to hire me to sketch some prom dresses for you, I will gladly do that, because I actually sketched, designed my prom dress, and I got it exactly how I wanted it. I'll probably put some pictures up of it as well. So I'll thank you guys for watching my video. I will see you in the very next one. Bye.